The Oklahoma Municipal League has been gathering together our state's leaders for 107 years now. This year's conference was held in Tulsa and provided mayors from cities large and small the opportunity to share their ideas, concerns, and visions for the future. Kennedy Sepulvedo attended the conference and joins us now. Kennedy.
Rich, the conference has workshops that leaders can attend, but the most beneficial part of the conference for those I spoke with is networking with other city leaders and vendors at this one-stop shop for municipal needs.
Good morning, Oklahoma. Good morning.
Here's the thing, and I told this to the governor, we'll never be a top 10 state until we have thriving municipalities.
Hundreds of city workers and leaders made their way to Tulsa this week to attend the annual Oklahoma Municipal League Conference.
We've provided for over 100 years is that opportunity for mayors, city managers, councilors to sit down and talk about what's going on in their community, and then we just facilitate those conversations and try and add in that education piece.
Talking to other mayors that are dealing with these problems just like I am every day has been just amazing. I really don't know that I could have made it through the last 4 years being in office if it wasn't for this group of support, that I can pick up the phone or shoot out a text and say, hey guys, this is what I got going on. Has anybody ever dealt with it?
Most times that text is answered with advice from other mayors because most issues a municipality faces, whether it's a big city or a small town, have similarities.
First time I met Jim Katz, the city manager of Oklahoma City, he said, Kim, I have the exact same problems in Oklahoma City you have in Guyan. We all have the same problems. But he said, it's a different escape.
Most issues involve public safety, utilities, and infrastructure.
And the number one issue in almost every street, in every city, is the streets. So it's important that we remain nonpartisan so we can work together, because the street is not a Republican or Democrat.
We've got the largest street repair project happening right now in Muskogee history, $26 million in road repair projects. We've already fixed nearly 200 streets. We look to do another maybe 900 streets over the next 4 or 5 years.
While most issues are pretty common between these towns, there are some unique situations, such as towns with colleges or military installations, or those that sit on the state border.
I was just talking with Mayor Norman this morning about game days and certainly the energy and how exciting it is to see that, but also some of the challenges it brings that are somewhat unique to our towns.
Those unique challenges involve between 60 to 80,000 fans flooding to their favorite college towns for game day. As college towns must work with their respective university, some cities have to build relationships with military installations.
We were stood up to support Lawton Fort Sillard. That's the way we see it, and we're very proud of the fact that we are support for such an important mission in our country.
Some border towns like Poteau have to deal with big cities in other states stealing their business.
Choctaw Nation just did a study with us the other day. We lose $12 million annually in restaurant revenue leakage going to Fort Smith, people to eat, versus staying in Oklahoma. So, or really staying in Poteau. That study was done only in Poteau, but it's tough.
This situation makes economic growth tough because Oklahoma cities survive on sales tax.
So we don't get ad valorem tax. We don't get personal property tax. We survive on sales tax generated in our community and fines, fees, forfeitures, and selling utilities.
So the pop in the candy bar and the tank of gas that you buy in the city limits is all we get. And so people have to know and understand and realize how important it is to spend money in your local town versus going somewhere else and spending money, because it's only hurting you at home.
City leaders are working to invest in their cities to bring more economic growth opportunities.
And we named it Propel because it will propel us to the future. It has a big feature that invests in job creation, industrial development, because that is the absolute base of any growing economic model.
We've got about $4.3 billion in job and infrastructure investment dedicated to Muskogee. We haven't seen that type of economic development growth at one time in Muskogee ever.
Meanwhile, new developments such as restaurants are making their way to Stillwater and Poteau.
We're having a big wave coming in of restaurants, some food, some retail stuff. Got a couple of big housing developments coming in. Getting a Whataburger.
We're also converting our old power plant into a brewery, restaurant, mixed-use living spaces, condominiums right on the lake, on Boomer Lake in Stillwater.
One last thing the mayors agree on, the need for community support.
And it's important for residents to not just be guilty of what I call being a keyboard ninja, where they go online or social media and they bash everything that's going on. If you want to see meaningful change and meaningful progress, get to know your elected officials. Have coffee with them. Sit down and have a conversation, because it can go a long way to being certain that we are directly in tune with what their needs are.
Another major issue rural mayors talked about is broadband access. High-speed internet is especially important as cities try to attract new residents who may want to work from home.